Hi, it's Mark Bernard here with the Bernard Institute for Cybersecurity Excellence. And today I'm going to be talking about management systems. And we're going to go through an explanation using a couple different definitions so that hopefully we can add some clarity. I know based on my experience out there in the cybersecurity world, there tends to be a little bit of confusion between different layers and different types of information security and technology security. So I'm hoping that this video will help clarify that and explain it a little bit. So we're going to review information security, what it is. Technology security is different than information security, in case you didn't realize. I'm going to talk about that. Cybersecurity is even more different. And of course, then there's the Information Security Management System, which is what we're going to get to. Okay, so information security protects information in all formats, including digital, physical, during the collection, transmission, processing, and storage. This is sort of the life cycle of information. Life cycle is very important when it comes to information. It's not just information, by the way, because information leads to knowledge and wisdom. So, and certainly if you're trained, you can tell the difference between data, information, knowledge, and wisdom. There are subtleties between the difference. Knowledge and information is an essential asset. This is the information age. All organizations run on information. They need information in order to run their operations day to day. And in most cases, when they're working with customers or clients or regulators, they also handle information. And we want to protect that information from internal threats and external threats. These threats include, but are not limited to, unauthorized access, disclosure, interception, unintentional modification, and destruction. Different types of information assets include intellectual property, customer information, and knowledge that humans bring with them. And a couple techniques, the way that we protect these is we can classify and conduct valuation or valuation of assets in order to determine what the value is. We could also create security standards and apply those to make sure that the information is encrypted, for instance. And we can provide handling procedures and training and awareness in order to teach people how to identify different types of information and protect that information. Next up at bat is technology security. Now, technology security is different than information security. So information security, we're concerned with information. Technology security protects hardware, software, algorithms, encryption keys, networks, telecommunications, access control systems, closed circuit television, intrusion prevention systems, firewalls, routers, switches, load balancers from failure, self-destruction, from being hacked, misused, and theft. And of course, most hackers go after the hardware and software vulnerabilities in order to get to the information. Information can be protected ultimately by encryption and proper handling and security standards, even though the technology might process the information. The technology may not allow full access, but certainly this is where the hackers go. They go to the technology because there are published vulnerabilities and exploits, and they can use those published vulnerabilities and exploits to get to the information. Now, some examples of technology include data centers. You're seeing here a rack. Some data centers have hundreds of racks, and every rack has a number of servers in it or different types of technology applications. Okay, there's the traditional data center, which is kind of disappearing, and we're seeing more cloud computing. But in the cloud computing centers, they also have racks. So racks are part of the technology that is used to process information. Mobile devices, so it could be a smartphone, it could be a laptop, tablet, what have you. These are mobile devices. They're not attached to the office. They're not attached to a network cable. They use Wi-Fi usually to communicate, so that means that there needs to be security standards around that. And then we have software, and software is really important because most people don't access data directly. They have to go through some kind of a software application. And of course, apps are very popular on the internet and with mobile devices. And there's other types of software. There's many, probably thousands of types of software, in fact. We have enterprise resource planning systems. We have utility programs that access data. We have all kinds of different coding systems. We have C#. We have a number of them that you might be familiar with. that are used to generate code that access information, usually to maintain a database. So the typical stuff like adding records, changing records, maintaining records, deleting records, and maybe integrating systems or sending data from one system to another system. Lots of different applications with lots of different purposes. And we protect data centers, computers with security standards that we implement, but we also have to have more formal procedures, even for cloud computing. So we need policies, procedures, and standards. These are some of the techniques we use. Also with mobile devices, we have something called mobile device management. We also have, advanced threat prevention systems, and we have data loss prevention applications, a number of systems that can be used to monitor mobile devices. And for software, we have, obviously we have access control systems. We also have mobile application management systems, which help manage what information people can access from their mobile devices. So that's technology. So information, technology, and finally cybersecurity. Now cybersecurity protects data, information, knowledge in all formats, including visual, audio, streaming, during collection, transmission, processing, and storage over the internet. Cybersecurity is all about protecting information over public networks, okay? And the internet, of course, is the largest global public network that anyone has seen ever. And where do we protect cybersecurity at? Well, most recently during the pandemic, of course, there's been more and more home offices creeping up. People are working from home. So your home office is probably the number one place where cybersecurity needs to be applied. Off-campus locations, so these are kind of unauthorized locations where you might stop. It could be the local coffee shop to do some work. There's lots of opportunities for people to approach your system or try and access your system from those locations. And then, of course, while you're traveling, airports and hotels, these are number one locations where hackers, can, get a room and go and hack some business travelers and try and steal some information from them. So you need home security as a technique that we can use to protect the home office. So it talks about the physical and the logical security of your devices. And then on campus, of course, we have mobile security standards, mobile device security standards. We also want to train people about social engineering, about how to recognize not just the digital social engineering like phishing, for example, but also person-to-person social engineering, which is quite common. Somebody coming up and asking for your help or something as they watch your screen or see what kind of information you're processing. And then, of course, secure telecommunications wherever you go, whether it's in the hotel or whether it's in the airport or even when you're in these off-campus locations or at home, telecommunications is very important. Now, the ISMS program definition is as follows. So the Information Security Management System is the acronym ISMS, and it has 7 procedures. These are 7 procedures that we've created based on a very common, the only internationally accepted standard, ISO 27001. And it includes a number of procedures that align the information security or the cybersecurity program with the organization's goals and objectives. And these procedures include governance, risk management, continual improvement, strategic communications, awareness, training, internal audit, and record and document administration. Now we have information, as we talked about, InfoSec, and then we have TechSec. So technology is used to access information, so we have 2 layers of security here. So we have security on the information itself, and then we have security on the technology. And then hopefully we have security on the telecommunications or the Cybersec. And then the ISMS provides the wrapper around all 3 of these assets. And a very important wrapper, make sure to identify the risks and treat the risks and make sure that they're managed on a day-to-day basis. And this framework is based on, again, ISO 27001 Information Security Management System. In program summary, we have information security, technology security, cybersecurity, and information security management systems. None of them are the same. They're all very different, but they're all layers in how we protect information and handle security. You can reach us on the internet, on LinkedIn or Facebook, YouTube channel. I want to thank you for your time. Drop us an email or drop us a text message or a phone call. Have a great day and enjoy the security of your systems.